Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Pure Soul. Today's DSA topic is on string operations. Now let's look at the first operation, that is concatenation using plus operator. It is used for joining two strings together. We create a string by copying the characters of the first string and then appending the second string to it. Here, in this example, we have two strings. One is hello and the other is Alice. In the new string message, we will concatenate both using the plus operator and we get our output as hello Alice. Now the next is the assignment using the equal to operator. It copies the content of one string into another. So let's take two strings, old val and the new val, storing old value and the new value. When we do old value equal to the new value using the assignment operator, the content of the new value are copied into the old val, overwriting its previous content that was old value. So now on printing the old val, it will give an output of new value. This is deep copying, not just sharing a reference. Now next is the accessing characters using brackets and dot at operators. Let's take an example string. On passing the index 0 to the brackets, we get an output e as strings are 0 based indexed. So the bracket gives in direct access to a character by index, whereas the dot at also provides the same output. We are passing 2 as an index, hence a will be in the output of the dot at operator. Now on printing the first char and the third char, we will get e and a respectively. Now, one thing to note in this is the bracket is fast but not safe, as it gives no error if the index is out of bound, whereas the dot at will throw an exception, out of range exception at the runtime if the index is invalid. In real world application, we use dot at, which is more secure as compared to the brackets. In this example, we saw on passing 10, which was out of bound, hence an out of range exception will occur at the runtime. Now, next is the length using dot length or dot size operator. Both of them returns the same number of characters in the string. Here we have an example of a string programming. On using the dot length, it will return an output of 11 as the string programming has 11 characters. Here we are using size underscore t, which is understood as size type, used in C and C++ to store sizes and counts. As sizes and counts are always positive, hence size t is always positive and safe for handling big numbers. Now, next is the string comparison using the relational operators, that is double equal to, not equal to, less than, greater than, and various other operators. Let's take two strings as an example. String A storing apple and string B storing banana. Now, if we use the relational operator less than and compare both A and B with it, the if condition will turn out to be true. In order to understand the behind the scenes, it uses the lexicographical comparison, that meaning character by character comparison using the ASCII values. Now, if we check the ASCII table of A and B, the ASCII value of A will be 97, whereas the ASCII value of B is 98. Hence, on comparing character by character, we get that the apple is less than banana. Hence, the if condition turned out to be true. Now, next is the finding substrings using dot find operator. It locates the first occurrence of the substring. It returns no position found if the string is not present. By default, position is 0. In our case, we are taking a string, the quick brown fox jumps, and to the find operator, we pass a string brown to it. Now, if the string is present, it will return the starting position of it. In this, the string was brown was present in the string, hence a position will be 10 in this, as string is 0 based indexed. If the string is not present, it will return -1 usually. Now, the next is the extracting substring using dot substr, where we pass starting index and the ending index to it. Now, It returns a new substring starting from a specific position. Here we are taking an example, John Doe. On using the substring and passing 0 as a starting index and 4 as an ending index, where ending index is always exclusive. Hence the output would be John from 0 to 3. Now, the next substring we are passing 5 as a starting index. By default, the ending index is the size of the string. Here, the output will be Doe. Hence, the first name and the last name will print John and Doe as an output. The substring is great for breaking strings like name, path, or emails. It is widely used in real world applications. Now, next is the modifying strings using the dot append operator where we add text at the end. Here, we will take an example of string s storing hello inside it. Now, on using the dot append on the s, we add the world to it. Hence, the output will be hello world. Now, second is the dot insert, where we pass a position and the string we want to insert, as it will insert at a specific index. Here, we are passing 6 with the string beautiful. Hence, the output will be hello beautiful world. Now, the third operator is the erase operator, where we pass the n, which is the number of characters we want to replace starting from the position. Here we pass 10 characters to be erased starting from 6th index. Hence we are left with hello world where beautiful is deleted slash erased. Now the next is the dot replace operator where we pass n number of characters we want to replace starting from the position and the string we want to replace it with. Here we want five characters to be replaced starting from 0th index, and we want to replace it with high string. So hence our output would be high world. So we can combine all these to perform powerful in place modifications. Now let's summarize what we have learned in this video where we saw different operations. First, the concatenation using the plus operator where we join two strings together to form a new combined string. Then we saw the assignment operator using the equal to operation where we copy the content of one string into another. Then we saw the character accessing using bracket or dot at operator where we access a character at a given index. Then we saw how to calculate the length using the dot length or the dot size operator. Then we saw the comparison operator where we compare two strings lexicographically using the ASCII values. Moving on to that, we saw how to find the substring using the dot find operator, which gets the first occurrence of the substring and returns its index. Then we saw how to extract the substring from the specified starting position using the dot substr method. Then we saw how to modify a string using the dot append, dot replace, dot insert, and various other operators. That's it for the part 2 of the string series where we learned various type of string operations. In the next video, we will learn how input and output works in strings. Thank you for watching.